Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at the SPY, the IWM, the Qs, the DIA, the IYT, the USO, the UUP, and the GLD. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. So on the daily chart, we almost came back into gap fill down in here. If you look at the 10-minute chart, I'll show you on that time frame. So gap fill is at 240.59. Almost made it there. 50-minute bounce, chop, chop, chop. Right back up, almost closes a gap fill. It already filled the gap, but almost closed it back to that. That's an important level to watch. So daily chart, again, above the MAs, nothing wrong. Volume did pick up today, so you got to keep an eye on that. But again, we talked about bullish consolidation, just like up here. Gap, same thing it's doing, guys. Bring it down, 6 days up, 9 days sideways, then possibly up. If we keep consolidating, we're still looking at this. Now it's 240, 46 area, 247 area. So now 250, 252 at this point if this thing starts moving up. Still have the upper trend line, but if this thing sets up, stays above the MAs, it has a good chance of going up. If we do slip and get below these MAs, go to double bottom. If we crack the trend line, will be the big area. Then we'll be going down. 200 MAs curling up, so it will save the day as price gets higher on that. So they're just holding it up. Let this guy come up. When this thing falls, that will be a good buy the dip area. That's basically what's going on, guys. So again, you got to respect the markets. Put on positions when you can. We had some stocks come in nicely today, and we're just keep trading, guys. That's all we can do here. Again, 91 million on the day. Keep an eye on that. IWM. IWM, what a great fade today. We took this one today for a quick scalp. That was on stock twist. I mean, right back down, got this. We got out right around, I think it was 80 cents or 75 cents. We covered some over here around, I think it was 28, then a little more, and, wrote a quarter position. Hey, great trade. We should have stuck with it, but, what can you do? I thought, when we were upside down a little bit down in here, about 40 cents, and it was like, all right, come on, is that time frame? Let's get going. And see how volume started lightening up here. And once we got light, they got a little pullback because people are chasing up here, so they're going to shake them out, then bring it up, make them chase, chop, chop, chop. And at the end, though, same thing with this. Did we fill the gap? Nope. Didn't come right there, though. That's where it ended. I mean, we did it here, but then it came right back. Nice retrace. We're going to take a look at that tomorrow. Let's go to the 60-minute real quick on the IWM. Nice inside bar. A little bit bullish, but nice inside bar retrace. We're going to look for this area here, and we'll see if it goes to 137 or so. The 136.98 is the 50 MA, but this is short-term trading, guys. That's what we were doing today. So let's go back to the daily chart on this one. And again, nice pierce into the trend line, right back up. They try to get it back above this trend line. Remember, that was just connecting these lows, and it was connecting this low to that low to see what was going on. Look at that, right back to that area. It's pretty amazing, guys. But again, overall, slightly bearish, still below the MAs. Let's see if it sets up and starts going sideways for the next leg down. Let's keep an eye on that one. And IWM has to be leading, guys. Has to be leading. The Qs made an all-time high, reversed back, closed below the high of yesterday, so that's a little bit bearish. Still above the MAs. Pretty good volume today on this little bit of reversal, but only ended up 5 cents down. Wild ride too, just like the rest of the indexes. Let's go to the 10-minute. Gapped up, straight down, came back up, held the 20 MA, got above it at close, but did not close above the gap fill, which we got to keep an eye on. Daily chart. Same thing, just floating up. Volume was light. Got a little bit more today, like I said. Let's keep an eye out. Let's see if this pulls in or just starts setting up for maybe 145 to 150. Let's wait for the bullish pattern. Let's see if this curls up in the price, pushes it up, or do we come back down and slide below them? Just like all the other indexes, guys. We get below the 50 and the 20, then we'll see how it sets up sideways. Does it retrace up? But just not a lot other than a float up. No pattern or anything like that. So the DIA, same thing, right back down, filled the gap, popped it back up. Still bullish manner, still above the MAs, still nothing wrong. But this volume on here wasn't the best. It was still light, kind of disappeared, and they floated this thing up. Same scenario, 10-minute chart, starts up, goes down, right to the 209.39. Let's see, that was the area of consolidation right in there. No gap fill or anything like that, but gap fill was up here actually, so it did fill the gap. Look, I filled the gap and just cranked down. So they got a lot of people to stop out right here probably when actually in this area was a spot to go. 210 area, yeah, I guess that was 210. That would have been a decent trade right there, but They flushed it out on everybody. But that's 10-minute action, guys. All right, so daily chart again, nothing wrong. Let's keep an eye on volume, see what happens. Again, we're floating bullish pattern above the MAs. Let's see if this thing sets up sideways. If it does get going, we got to get above the all-time highs. Then, 215, 220, 225, so on and so forth. One step at a time, we got to get above the all-time high first. Let's go to the IYT. IYT, nothing wrong again. We got back into the trend, into the channel here, got back above the MAs, going sideways, bullish manner. And looking okay, guys. Let's see if we can giddy up. Got to get above these highs if we want higher prices, and this has to start leading. At least get back to the all-time high and possibly break it. If it stays down here, starts lagging and coming in again, that's going to be a little bit more pressure on the markets. Let's say it that way. So keep an eye on the transports. As long as they stay buoyant, markets should stay okay. Light volume today, setting up a little bullish. Let's see if we get another week or so of sideways action, maybe a little downside into the MAs. The MAs get it, like a firecracker, it lights it off, and then boom, up to the all-time highs. This is a gap fill, high pivot, trend line here. So again, 50-50 right now. So let's see what pattern plays out in the next week or so on the IYT. Volume pretty light too, 416 on the day. USO, guys. USO, this has been a fun ride, guy. One technician's like, man, if you're guessing this one, oh my gosh, you're just guessing. And you know what? We caught this short here. We caught this short here. We did not catch this one. I thought we'd go up in here, but I still have a quarter position of the USO short. We took the SCO here. I've been short the USO, covered half, short again, covered half, covered half of the half, riding a quarter, up and down. Oh my gosh, this has been an epic trade, the USO. I mean, every time it goes up, it's given us a great pullback or a launch. And we should be trying to go long in this too. But I think if this thing breaks this lower trend line here, we're going downtown, guys. So be careful with the USO. I still think we're going to the 766 area, double bottom. If these things play out here, we got a lot of hitting, and then starting to break down, then like a little rally up, and that's never good. That's not good price action, in my opinion, at least, guys. So beware with this one. If you were long going in, tighten those stops. You don't want to wake up and this thing's getting cratered on some news or whatever the heck's driving it down. But I think it's just Janet Yellen, the central bankers, they do not need higher oil prices right now in their little experiment. UUP. UUP down 6 cents. Again, this one's setting up for more downside. I would love it to get to the 24 area. If it gets down here, we'll start to nibble on the UUP long, which is the dollar. So let's see if it could break down, go down a little bit more, because everyone's trying to go long on every down move. Oh my God, and they just keep sending it down. So I think we have a little more pain. If not, it needs to get above the MAs. Big area is this trend line. If it can get above the trend line, then we could possibly have higher prices here. So we'll see what happens with this one, but bearish pattern, just like here. Bearish, other than they popped it up here, still bearish. Got above the 20, and then all of a sudden, boom, right back down. So let's say if they go for the 20, maybe a retrace up in here, then the next leg down, but again, setting up for lower prices in a bearish manner on the daily. Volume's been pretty consistent on this one, so that's really nothing to see on the UUP. Let's look in the GLD. GLD had an okay day, 48 cents up, and it's holding. It's holding the MAs like we've been talking about, but we're coming up into these trend lines, coming up from these all-time highs, or 52-week highs, I should say. So we have some big areas here. It's not going to just blast through it. So we've had some okay up and down consolidation. I don't like that it popped up here. I wish it would have just stayed on this one, have the 20 MA curl around. But now if we stay up here and consolidate and this guy comes around, that can help push this thing up a little higher. Still have some gaps to fill up here. This double top right here back on 418. So we got to contend with that area. We get above there, then you got the next area around 125 or so. Gap fill, high pivots, and ultimately probably 132. If we break through there, then we'll keep going. But see that big trend line, we hit that today. It's not just going to go past through there. If they don't want to deal with this crap, they're going to have to gap it up and keep it going. So if this thing can hold up over the MAs, this should be going up pretty soon. Let's see if it consolidates for another week or two or what have you. Again, tomorrow they can go for the all-time high. I would love to see a gap up and go. So watch for that. If it comes back in, got to stay above here. You still have a gap to fill down in this area too. So we could come back one more time, maybe test this trend line and then go up. So couple different scenarios in this. If you're long with us from the 110 area, you're still in great shape. We covered half right, or we took sold half right in here, pulled back, came right back up, and now we're looking for a little higher prices. Hopefully we'll get that in the next couple weeks. But setting up, it looks good to me, guys. Nice bullish pattern there. Let's go to the Jnug. Still getting emails with this one. Again, if you bought around the 14 area, you're probably selling around the 20, 19 area. It's a great trade. Why not take it? Let it come back in, do it again. So right now it's kind of holding out. People getting a little bit, taking profits, maybe some prop traders. These are nice trades, 50%, 60% in a couple days. Boom, get back in. Well, maybe 40 to 50. If this would have kept going, though, that would have been a heck of a trade from 14 to, say, 24 or what have you. But anyways, slightly bullish, overall bearish. If it comes back below, retest the 1365, I might buy somewhere in there. It's a little bit easier to show you on the GDXJ, which the Jnug follows. So right now we're back below the 20, slightly bearish, still sort of bullish, overall bearish. So you're a little bit more bearish than anything, but you're still holding up in here. You're holding the 750 retrace. Let's see if we can come back a little bit more. We might come back, fill the gap, and come down to here. If we do that, I will be taking this trade. I don't know if it will be the Jnug or this one, but I'll be hopping in something else just for a quick, maybe 5-10%, maybe even more, who knows. So that's something I'm looking at. If it goes up, it's going to go up without me. I'll still be in the GLD, so I'll be okay with that. But again, we get to some higher pivots, we might look possibly to do another short or take the dust or whatever that other one is for the other vehicle to trade gold or the miners. All right, let's look at GS though before we go. We did this yesterday too, guys. This is some serious damage here when we came down and cracked through this area. They gotta prop this thing back up and just hold it up in this channel. It's a pretty good channel, up and down since the beginning of April, end of March. So you gotta respect this. So it tried nice retrace. You know what this does? Gets everybody on board again. Oh, here goes Goldman. You get the hypes, the upgrades probably. Maybe they did a stock buyback, blah, 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 and then all of a sudden news comes out. I don't even know what they did, but we'll find out in the days to come or whatever if it's bad. But right now, it doesn't look good for these guys, but we're retesting lows, so who knows? Maybe these guys are sending it down so they can write puts for the next leg up. Who knows? Come on, it's Goldman Sachs. If this thing goes back up and then just goes sideways like this, writing puts or something like that would be epic on this one. But I wouldn't do anything with this one. Let it come in. If it starts to go, I'd rather be the guy buying at the lows for the long again, because people are going to start buying a dip on this one sooner or later. I still think we're going back to the November, October lows. So beware. You're not too far from this gap fill or this gap fill, guys. We get 2-3 more days like this, Goldman starts to go because of some news or whatever they're doing, then watch out. This will drag the markets down. Again, no conspiracy theories over here or anything, just a weak chart, guys, and we broke some key support areas and a gap fill too. So they got to bounce this thing up. Keep an eye on the banks, guys. That's big for the market. So as things start going down, the end result in the next couple of weeks won't be good. All right, so keep an eye on those. They're going to have to try to save them. Watch the light volume. Remember, we had 91 million on the SPY, so that's kind of perking my attention where it's like, okay, let's see if we get some follow through maybe on 130, 140 million tomorrow. The first half hour, first hour of trading, you got to really keep an eye on the volume to see where we're going the rest of the day and see if these markets are going to turn, downward. Watch Goldman tomorrow. That one's been dragging this thing down. We ended up almost even on the day. It wasn't a terrible day, but a little bit crazy action in the markets with the up and down intraday stuff. So keep an eye on that, all right? And then oil too coming in. So there's a couple things we're watching. Like we say, watch the videos and then take it from there, guys. All right, thank you everyone for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. If you're not a member at StockBookie.com, go there, sign up. It's free, and we got trades on there. We're going to send out emails when we do our live sessions, and we're hopefully going to bring a couple more traders in here, do some of their stuff, some option traders, and just different varieties, so we can all possibly make some money here at StockBookie.com. Go there, guys. Sign up. It's free. Again, thanks for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.